Hooby dooby.
Gotta watch it.
Huey dooby.
We're starting
Yeah.
in a couple seconds. Gosh, I'm being quite aggressive. 3, 2. What the fuck,
Sorry,
man?
I just.
You start early. We'll move on. We're starting early, but no.
No. Sorry.
3, 2, 1. Sorry, I just had to let that out. I feel better now. Do you feel better?
No.
I feel better. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's been ages.
Arty is scared.
We just took a couple minutes.
Oh fuck!
Don't worry, I'm just watching you look at some goblins.
Whoa!
What are these guys supposed to do?
Oh, we're gonna fuck him up. Hadouken! Dude, wow, we had so much that we just went over just a while ago off the cuffs,
Yeah,
off
we
the chains.
went on quite the rant. It just the avenues of conversation took so many leaps and bounds.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah. I
So
do.
Arty's last advanced anime drawing class was on was Tuesdays and Thursdays of last week, and guess what? He forgot.
You forgot to go to your last classes?
I went to every single one of my classes except for the last 2. Do you know why I did that?
There was reason?
I'm talking psychologically. I wanted to complete this class because I was just like, for some effing reason, this is working. For some reason, Arty is learning. Shit, I need to bring a little Deku in here. For some ridiculous reason, Arty is learning. Is like I said, I'm getting taught by someone who should not be teaching this class. So I'm interpreting what they're saying in a completely different way. And thus far, Arty has started his own little projects because of it. Has been inspired to start his own little projects. I think the moral of the story is, if you want to do something, get involved in a course or a medium or around people that have similar interests, because that's what's going to drive you. That is the overall story. Like, that's the overall point, I should say. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, I missed the 2 freaking endings. And you know what I was doing? Something extremely naughty beforehand.
No. You were looking at the Hot Topic page again.
You know it. You know how good it was. It was amazing.
You found your dad's old Playboy collection.
Dude, I am...
What were you doing?
I'm so angry that I missed this. Because... Well, I can't really say it. It was just...
You actually meant that. Link's just getting chopped in half. There's no getting around that.
I thought I was going to get hit when I fell down here, but I got saved. But no.
Still took a quarter heart damage.
Yeah. So, by Arty being a dummy, he missed the last 2 freaking classes, and that was completely my fault. But I was totally on board of finishing the class. I was just so angry that I don't know why I couldn't. I never remembered to do that. So, anyway.
What the heck, man?
Anyway.
Right, you're signing up again then.
No.
You're signing up for the class.
I forgot to tell you, but my mom's husband's kids have moved out.
Congratulations.
So
I'm happy for you.
Well, they're back just for this weekend, just because they're finishing their last 2 days for work.
How dare they?
Which means I don't have to plan to murder them, which is great. So, yeah, dude, they have been the crux of the bane of my existence. They've made me like think about doing some terrible things, and have like thought about going to therapy, because these thoughts are just become so menacing. However, because they're moving out because of school, I feel like I can finally do what I've been wanting to do forever. So one of the things is obviously making more YouTube videos for my own channel without having the constant shouting or the constant, what's it called? Just activity, just so loud and noisy activities that would hinders your process.
Yeah.
For example, if you're trying to play piano but there's a car alarm just going out just like a second ago.
Yes, some rude asshole thinks it's okay to sit on his car keys.
Yeah, that was me. Oh my god, my car!
My car, man!
No, I
Dude,
mean,
the alarm's going off.
I mean my
bro.
car.
Oh. Well,
That's on. Okay, we're good. This guy.
everybody take a look at the time. What is it?
Hammer time. Hammer time. Anyway, so yeah, they're moving out, which is amazing. So now I can obviously do more music. I can actually produce now songs. I can now make more songs, like guitars and stuff. It's amazing,
Dude.
And also, the thing that what this class inspired me to do is teach. Because I thought, okay, if this person who doesn't know what they're talking about is able to make $800 a month, not being able to teach their own subject and not having any idea how to do it. And I get, okay, one defense, okay, yeah, they're old. Two, yeah, they're not the right ethnicity. Okay, yeah, whatever. But seriously? Come on. And I mean, no disrespect to the freaking teacher, but Jesus.
Is that still a...
There has to be an explanation to this. But in any case, yes, I'm glad I took the class, and I'm sorry that I come off as negative, but the main thing is it's ridiculous that this even is a thing, because I went in to learn how do I say this? I could have learned a lot more effectively if this was taught by the correct person. Oh.
F as F, Johnny.
So, in any case, sorry for my little rant. In any case,
Rants are what it's all about.
Arty is going to start his own teaching class.
No, you're not. Really?
No, you're not. Oh.
Oh. Well, I'll be darned.
What? Oh, I have to grab the other frickin'...
Do you have to bring little Hello Kitty boy, Makar?
His name is Makar. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Did you name him? Makar.
No, his name is Makar.
Dude.
Yeah.
You've unlocked the universe for me. Makar.
You're welcome. You know, I do this sometimes more for you.
Nah, well. Yeah.
Yeah. In any case, so that being said, one of our projects for our class was to make, to do an illustration of something, and I said, okay, well, I at least want to do one page of a manga or of something, of a manga. And I always say, if you're gonna try something new, do it with something that you love. You gotta try to put a little bit of something that you love in there. So for me, Pokemon is something I love, and you know what? I thought about, okay, well, it'll really get good practice, so when I do make my manga, it'll be there. The backbone will be there. So I'm using this as a practice so I can actually make my manga. So for now, Luna's Pokemon Adventure is what it's called, and I'll tell you the story because I think it's kind of interesting. So her Pokemon team is more of going back to the first generation of Pokemon with Ash. Each Pokemon had something similar where like each Pokemon was there to help Ash in a certain way, whether it's through battle or through personal growth. And I wanted to do the same thing with Luna, where her father was a Pokemon Ranger, and I'm not sure if you know what a Ranger is, but they were like just like a fancier policeman of like the forest, woods, or whatever, of regions or whatever. But her father was in a terrible accident where there's a crime syndicate that is exporting Pokemon from other regions and bringing them into the Johto region. So Railu, Lucario is from the Unova region. I think it's from there. That's where he's from. They're exporting Pokemon to the Johto region where she's at, and she's actually born and raised in Azalea Town.
Okay.
So the whole thing is that her father, I just showed you the first page, and that's a dream sequence is what's going on, where she's in the Ilex forest chasing Lugia, and she's woken up to an alarm. It's kind of like a stereotypical thing, but kind of an intro. But the thing is, she's waking up to her dad's funeral. And in her dad's funeral, her dad was actually in Unova when the accident happened, and that's where he died. But they're having the ceremony in Azalea Town because everyone knew her dad there. And from there, he was actually going to bring her first Pokemon. She's like, I put her in the age of like 15 or 16 years old, where he was going to give her a Squirtle as her first Pokemon. And I found it really interesting that when he first catches Squirtle in the Unova region, even though that's not where Squirtle originates from, but I think this is where you can introduce. I wanted to introduce why Pokemon are being, cross species or cross continental.
Across the line,
Yeah. So the whole thing is that in the brief time that Squirtle was talking to her father, he really got a personality of like, oh, her dad's like this awesome ranger dude that's like what's it called, very muscle bound, like not carefree, but is very determined, and he would talk up about his daughter. So he would talk to Squirtle about Luna. He's like, I'm gonna introduce you to Luna. I want you to be your first Pokemon. She's very determined. She's very she's got a great personality. You're gonna love her as soon as you meet her. And Squirtle gets hyped up. So that unfortunately the way that they meet is through the funeral. And in the funeral segment, whoops, wrong one. Oh, that was close. In the funeral segment, Squirtle gets to see Luna just like really sad, obviously for the reasons that her father, because her father passed away. But, and then obviously there's other rangers are there, saying their condolences. Other Pokemon are there. Luna's father's Pokemons are also there, and they're, just like paying their respects, and they're given a choice. And I wanted to explore this concept a lot further of like, since the trainer is now dead, or their personal trainer is now dead, what happens to the Pokemon? Do they get released? Do they get passed on to the wife or the significant other, or they get passed down through generations?
Yeah.
And I wanted to explore this concept of, okay, instead of that, the mom is actually, the Pokemon are given to the mom, Luna's wife, Luna's father's wife or whatever. And through there, some Pokemon she gives them the choice, because I think what separates the PETA, the animal rights activists, from Pokemon, because obviously if you think about Pokemon being like real animals, the reason why Pokemon works so well is because there's a coexistence. There's more to it than just, you're my animal and you're gonna fight to the death or whatever. And this is what we're going to introduce.
Yeah.
But I think the way that this works is because every Pokemon is there of their own free will. That's why I wanted to introduce that.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
So from there, and this is just like the first like chapter or whatever, but from there, Luna gets Luna's in her room with Squirtle, Luna's mom comes in with Squirtle saying, hey, this is your dad's, gift to you. He wanted to give you this Squirtle. And Luna obviously is not paying any attention to him. And oh, dang it. We're going to go a little bit over time because like I really want to delve this in.
Yeah.
So Luna just doesn't give any attention to Squirtle, and she's thinking, well, I don't want Squirtle, I want my dad. And she doesn't know what to think. So Squirtle's just kind of like, I want to put some flashbacks in there of like, the contrast of like when her dad was talking to Squirtle saying, hey, she's a really upbeat kid, she loves doing this and that, and Squirtle's just like, I'm just not seeing it. What is he talking about? Like in Squirtle's mind or whatever, since he can't talk. But what ends up happening is that one day Luna gets out of bed and finally just can't take it anymore and decides, dang it, I keep targeting the fucking wrong guy. But yeah, Luna gets out of bed and finally takes Squirtle to a forest. I'm thinking just anywhere, any route or whatever, doesn't really matter. Are you serious? Wow, I can't fucking... It keeps targeting the other fucking thing.
In their ground, yeah.
This is so stupid. Wow, there we go. So anyway, Luna is actually planning to release Squirtle. So from there, Luna, does the white fanging. I don't know if you know what that means, but it's like a reference of like when you're shouting at a dog like, get out of here, go, or whatever.
Okay.
But instead of doing that, she just goes, look, it's your choice. I don't know why you're, I don't know what happened with Dad or whatever, but I just can't handle this right now. It's just too much going on. And so instead of Squirtle leaving, there's a scene between her like looking away and thinking Squirtle's gonna leave. But he actually shoots water gun at her face, and it's like trying to get her to wake up pretty much out of this trance. And from there, he does an action that her father used to do of like, I'd call it the muscle fist or whatever, like when you like pump your fist up, hold your muscle or whatever.
Yep.
Which is something I wanted to refer to of something that her dad used to do to give her confidence, or just say, whatever you're going through, you can get through this or whatever. You know, like something her dad used to always say to her. And then from there, she gets to see that, oh wow, Squirtle, you like, I can't believe that you actually care about this stuff or whatever. And she's like, do you want to stay? And Squirtle's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to stay. And then from there, that is her friendship that develops with Squirtle, as in the one that brings her out of her, not depression, but out of her grief, is something that her father, it's like it's the way of her father passing through to her, you know. Obviously that wasn't as articulated because I was fighting a boss, but the main thing is that Squirtle brings her out of her grief, and then from there she decides to graduate from, or not graduate from school, to go into a Pokemon Rangers Academy, and from there starts her Pokemon journey. I don't know if that was articulate or not, but what do you think of that? That's just a start. Yeah.
That's a cool intro.
Yeah, and from there it goes into, we're just gonna go into like this little thing ends, but we finally recovered the Master Sword, by the way. This is fucking epic. Dude, check this out! I did it! You see how epic this is? So good. You're like, I did this. A little walnut like me did this. This is fucking crazy.
Ancestors. I must tell you before the gods, they continue.
The wind, so take it back. Anyway,
Transcend.
Anyway, basically, where I want to take this story is I want to take it so that,
so there was a guy in a bar. Yeah, just shut up.
yeah, and there was a guy and there was a horse and dude, there's so much fucking going on. I mean,
it was just the fish telling the boat. Anyways, continue.
No, that was good. Yes, I want to take it to that. Luna actually gets told by another ranger that was working with her father about this crime syndicate, and so that in order for her to grow as a trainer, she goes through the Johto League, and then from there she learns wits about the crime syndicate, bringing Pokemon from other regions, and the reason they're doing that is so that they can fulfill an ancient prophecy, because that's what you did in the games. You would bring different Pokemons together to open temples, and that's where I want to introduce the Alph Ruins and go through like other things that we could explore through there of like ancient Pokemon, and then from there obviously it's more about an avenging story of Luna. Like you get to see Luna develop as a character through fighting against corruption and like becoming a pure-hearted spirit. So it's basically a redeeming. It's not a redeeming character story, but I wanted to be like this uplifting story of like how to balance your sadness and your guilt and all that stuff, and what pulled you forward, what could pull you forward, what could put you back.
Yeah.
So I thought about the Pokemon that I want to introduce, which was what's called
Poliwhirl.
No, I wish. It didn't fit in my story, but it could. But I did think about it. But Railu, baby Railu, which is more of like he's more of like the Prince Charming to her, because she saves him one day from like from a thing. She gives him a little flower to cheer up, and then he's like always trying to protect. He's like the protector of her or whatever. So he's like very cautious of everything. For her is like overprotective. And then I have like other Pokemons like Emolga. You know, I wanted to introduce so many other Pokemon to this. So Emolga, Elekid. I've always loved Elekid from Generation 2, so I thought that would be really cool.
Yeah, he's a cool one.
You know, a Growlithe or Ponyta for the fire type.
Okay.
Obviously Charizard would be extremely overdone. But stuff like that. You know, like every Pokemon has their own personality and has like their own thing that helps her in some way, but not only helps her, but it's the free will, it's the relationship between these things, and that's what's going to stick out. And obviously there's like what the fuck happened there? There's so much else going on. Anyway, sorry, we went over time because I'm very passionate about this thing, and hopefully that translates well into the next thing. But for right now, we went over time. I think that's all I got. There's just so much going on.
It's got, but excellent. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Thank you for sharing with the class. Moving on to the next person. It's a bathroom break after this, and once we get back, we'll return to class. Return to seats. Stay in the line formation.
Ding dong ding. All right, yeah, we gotta go. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Jesus. Fuck, that went on for a while.